Wait, it's actually been 4 years? Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. You know what this is. It is in the title, but if you're new here, hi, my name is Mari, aka Atomic Mari, and man, I am glad that you are here. Although this channel is normally reserved for personal growth and self-development, today we're gonna shake things up, so let's get on with it. Last catch-up 4 years ago, the world was still in lockdown. Peter and I had just moved to Las Vegas from Los Angeles. I just about premiered my very first short film, and I was live streaming really regularly. Cut to today, Pete and I are living in Vegas and are absolutely loving it. I don't know what assumptions you have about Las Vegas, but I'd love to hear them because prior to living here, I definitely had my own assumptions. It couldn't be any more opposite than that, except for the heat. It is getting hot now. As for acting, I started and graduated from acting school. I'm currently in an action movie. I got to play this character named Cobra, and she's got this awesome fight scene. It's playing in theaters across the country right now, which is a bananas thing to say, but next week it'll be in Los Angeles, and who knows which city next. The last bit is about content, and I'm sure if you've followed me closely across my other social platforms, you've seen a little bit of a shift in the past year. So I wanna tell you where my head's at. Just about a year ago, I came out with this video. It summed up a tough moment in my life where I seemed to have lost my way in life, and I put those feelings into a short film. And it immediately resonated with people, and I had all sorts of folks in my DMs. Turns out that me being vulnerable allowed other people to be comfortable being vulnerable with me, I suppose. And that opened up so many incredible conversations. It's like a giant ice wall that I had built up to protect myself suddenly melted, and on the other side were all these folks just ready to give me a hug. It was like really beautiful. So I've continued on that path, continuing to share and open up conversations, so much so that I'm actually going back to school, and I have a lot to say about it, but I'll expand on it later on in the video because it is kind of a long update. Let's get on to some other questions. What's happening with the channel? We have a map, ladies and gentlemen. We've got directions. We have a waypoint. It feels good to say that because honestly, the comments and DMs saying a video helped one of y'all out, even if it's a short form video, hearing that feedback is why I know this era is literally like its peak. My metric for success is in the value of conversations that come up, and I am just so freaking passionate about what I'm doing and like what I'm making here. So yeah, I'm happy to say that the channel will have regular uploads and that YouTube is the hub. And for those of you who are interested, I've just opened up YouTube memberships for the sort of like in-between videos that kind of like combine the old me and the new me and the future me all together. For example, next month, I will be at Summer Game Fest with the crew, so you can expect a podcast from Joven Lasercorn and me. With the new direction of the channel around self-care and personal development, it just wouldn't fit in well. It's also a thing that I don't want to erase about myself, so I'm really, really happy to say that it'll have a place in memberships. But I do want to shout out one of the members of the Tavern, including Sixels, who asked specifically about custom emotes. I've actually uploaded a few with more to come, and if you're a member, it'll be things like this that you have a say on as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, we would love to have you in the Tavern, and so please take a look. There's a little join button and you can find more information there. What's a moment from the past month you keep thinking about? Some of you are gonna judge. I know it. I can already feel the heat on the back of my neck. It was a tarot card reading that aligned so freaking well. And I know if you don't believe in this stuff, you're rolling your eyes till it's touching your freaking brain right now. But honestly, I don't think it's that deep. You know, like whether you believe it or don't believe it, just like let people do like what they want. You know what I mean? Anyway, the tarot reading was about, get this, seeking higher education, which I mentioned earlier about me returning to school. And then it said that I was super bullish on this direction, meaning like I'm really convicted in it, I'm confident in it, and that's the direction I want to go to, which I am. So, you know, like in some ways, like I don't need the validation of a tarot card, that it's the right move because like I feel it like in my bones. But to have this reading be so perfect, it was just like this added like little layer. So, you know, it felt good. I keep thinking about that. Don't make fun of me. What's a future you moment you secretly think about when no one's around? A literal Stardew Valley farm life where my day-to-day is tending to my garden and my farm animals. That is the chapter I want when I'm like 50. I think I could do it. Like, I'm much better at keeping plants alive. These are fake, but you know, like I swear I have real ones. What are you low-key hyped about right now, even if it's super random? Ooh, I don't know about this one. Oh, you know what? It's wearing hats. I think I look cute in them, finally, because my hair is short. Yeah, right? What's something you've started doing lately that you never thought would be your thing? Having a healthy sleeping habit. Yeah, and here's the kicker. No snoozing. I didn't think that I could be that girl, but I am that girl, ladies and gentlemen. What's something that's been messing with your head lately? Probably the fact that I'm 40. Like, I don't know about you, but I grew up in an era where like saying over the hill was linked to being 40 years old. As in like you've reached the top of the hill and it's all downhill from here. But like, I don't know, I feel like at 40 right now, I feel like I just woke up. I feel like I'm supposed to be scared of this age, and I guess it messes with me because it might be my favorite age so far. As far as where like I'm at in my brain and my soul and who I am, it's like my favorite. But I don't like being 40 in jujitsu. I don't like that. I got messed up by a 20-year-old man. What's something you love that you're almost embarrassed to admit, but not really? Okay. I love working from home because of the number of times I get up and can go to the bathroom. I can say because of that, I am properly hydrated now. Yeah, like going to the bathroom is inconvenient, man. Like if I could choose the powers of an android, I wouldn't choose like not having to have to sleep or not having to have to eat. I would choose not having to have to go to the bathroom. It is so inconvenient, and if I could just eradicate it, I would. And I think that's why I used to dehydrate myself. Am I a freak? Am I alone in this? I feel like I just confessed something really embarrassing. When did you last change your mind about something big? Ooh, this one's interesting because I'm a different person when it comes to this stuff. Like hemming and hawing about decisions and having anxiety and overthinking, I have to say, it might have stopped when I turned 40. It's weird. I like stopped giving a fuck. Like I'm so quick about letting things go if things don't feel right. Like if the vibe is off with a person or a situation or a place or like a decision, like I don't have doubts about changing my mind because I'm confident in making decisions. I'm following my intuition and I'm trusting it. And yeah, I was not like this up until like I hit 40, I think. So yeah, it's been a journey. I just hope it doesn't take you as long as it took me to trust yourself. You know what I mean? What's something you're still figuring out that people assume you've already got nailed? I would say my gym routine. I was very consistent with lifting for a couple of years. I was getting yoked, like my shoulders were looking like Bakis, you know? But I'm like really hot and cold with the gym lately. Because when I was lifting, I think I had a very clear visual and an understanding of like how I wanted to look and what I wanted. I wanted like boulder shoulders, you know? But right now, I just don't have like a physical goal in mind. So just figuring that part out. What's one thing you've had to unlearn this year? Ooh, I like this question. I've let go of having to have to be understood. This is also connected to reconciling with my past childhood trauma of feeling misunderstood and becoming comfortable with not controlling every situation. Like if someone comes up with a conclusion about me that I find unfair or untrue, as Mel Robbins says, I'm gonna let them. It's beyond my control and I deserve better, so I'm gonna let them. Also, that reminds me, there is a quote that's going around on TikTok that I like absolutely love. It is that I would rather be cringe in your mind than caged in mine. I love it. I got chills. I don't know if me saying it took away from the quote. Just see it on screen. Hold on, let me do it without me saying it, okay? Because I feel like me saying it made it not as impactful. So here's the quote. I think I ruined it again. What's your weirdest hyperfixation right now? Athena, as in the goddess, is my muse, my guiding blueprint. So if you don't know, Athena is the Greek goddess of wisdom, warfare, and crafts. I mean, like, I want to be her best friend. We would spend our time at the library, doing jujitsu, going to Michael's for some crafts. I mean, like, marry me. And what resonates with me is that although she is the goddess of war, she's not Ares. She's not the god of war who's tied to bloodlust and straight up war. She's all about strategy and using intelligence in warfare because she's the goddess of wisdom, having a moral and virtuous compass that guides her. Anyway, I've been really into it, hence the owls. What's your go-to I'm spiraling but pretending I'm fine activity? Definitely doom scrolling. There's times when I'm like, stop. And then I go, okay, fine, one more. And then I do a scroll. And then I start a countdown from 10 as I'm scrolling. And then it hits 1. And then I'm like, you're still doing it. Honestly, it is like the curse of our generation. We're all dealing with it. I just hope I'm not like 80 and still addicted to scrolling. Oh my God, I hope I'm not gonna be 80 and addicted to scrolling. I gotta figure this out before I hit 80. What's your red flag? People who talk shit. Immediate red flag. Don't need it, don't want it. It's true, if they're talking shit about other people, they're gonna talk shit about you. Next. What's a weird hill you're 100% willing to die on? I would say this recent video has a bunch of those hills on it. I got a lot of people on IG pissed, particularly the one about bicycles, but you know, if you know, you know. What's your toxic trait? Okay, my toxic trait is that I am an absolute ride or die until I'm done dirty. And then I'm gone. Dunzo. And I'll tell you why. Because like betrayal or crossing my boundary is like this profound breach of trust. And I will detach and move on immediately. And some might call it toxic, but I would call that non-toxic. Okay, I was like, okay, help me come up with something different. What's something you're working toward but don't really talk about? Ooh, okay, so I'll talk about school here because this one's really exciting for me and I know I'm gonna ramble, so that's why I left it to the end, but I'll try to keep it cohesive. How do I start this? Okay, so earlier in this video, I mentioned that because of this film, it really started changing the trajectory of what I make and what I do. The content I make now is around self-development and self-care and growth, and one of the byproducts is that it's opened so many doors and so many conversations that I'm having both on and offline. And because of that, there is an influx of folks who are coming to me for advice and guidance. And I've never felt more full, you know, and fulfilled in what I'm doing. And although I'm happy to discuss the experiences and learnings I've had in my life, it's also really important to me that I'm doing so with intention, that it's done ethically, and that it's backed by education. So that is why I'm going back to school, specifically for coaching to get certified as an ICF accredited coach. And yeah. And I know there's gonna be plenty of people who say you don't have to go to school, and there's plenty of people who coach without an education, but I know for me, it's what feels right. I coached ballet for 15 years, and I know I was better at my job because of the years of classical training I had personally. I know it's gonna give me more confidence in what I do, and it is going to allow me to be better at my job. So yeah, that's the move. It's a 10 to 12 month program depending on how fast I can go, but I'm really gung-ho, so I'm hoping that I, graduate within 10 months. But if it takes a year, in a year, I'll be all coached up. That's it. That's all the updates I have right now. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I'll do another one of these in 4 years. All right, thanks for watching, friends, and I will see you soon. Bye.